Aloha, everyone. It's a beautiful day here in Hawaii. The hurricane is officially out of the way and the sun is out after several days of heavy downpour and lots of winds. So we're doing a little cleanup and planting and things today, and I decided to take a break. I felt the pull to share with you a Pisces activation. And Pisces is very strong energy. It's one of my favorite transmissions to receive. It's generally super magical. Psychic abilities are heightened. It's an interesting time for this last month of uprooting of the emotional stuff that we didn't want in our life. Just like the things that I envision is just like the last bits of the dust being shooken off, is what it feels like, at least for me. Things are feeling very clear and coming together really nicely. And so I feel like it's in perfect time for this Pisces full moon with all of the amazing energy that it's bringing with it. Last night, I felt really intense clearing or cleansing in the brain tissue here in the frontal lobe through the third eye. It was really, really intense. I've only ever felt it once on a full moon like that, and it was the whole brain was being cleaned out is what it felt like. And so anyway, that was happening last night, and today feels really good. The energy feels pretty balanced, and everything feels nice. So that's awesome. I hope all of you guys are doing well. And so today I was thinking about this full moon that peaked really early this morning. And today I walked out to the cliffs to look at the water since it was clear, and I just made a statement of what I was letting go and calling into my life. And so that's just coming into my mind today, and I'm getting heart palpitations connecting with you all. I was thinking about, or it came into my mind to do a video with you all, and my heart chakra, I could feel it activate. If you guys or wondering what it feels like when your chakras are active, before I get into doing this channeled portal of activations for the Pisces full moon, for the crown chakra, that can feel very tingly. Sometimes feels like there's threads being pulled up. And some DNA activations can be felt in the brain, which feels like little sparks or little water droplets that move around in the head is kind of what it feels like, but it's actually upgrading the vessel. Third eye activation, what that feels like for me is I experience a lot of swirling right here. So much sometimes where I just have to lay down, it gets intense. A lot of movement in the frontal lobe. The throat chakra, when the throat chakra is activated, there's two ways that I feel activations for the different antenna signals in the body. The outside throat chakra will start to feel really warm and tight. I will feel that in moments of truth. If I'm reading something or hearing something or saying something or thinking something, my throat chakra will activate. The same thing with my crown and third eye. The other way that the throat chakra activates is on the inside. You'll feel, or I will, I'm not sure how you feel, but I feel what feels like a scratch or a tickle on the back of the throat, and sometimes it'll move in patterns. Occasionally it'll make me cough and sneeze. And so that's throat chakra activations. There's a couple of different antennas that happen with that. And of course, the lovely heart chakra. Heart chakra just gets really warm and tight. Feels like almost like you could feel like you were having chest pains or something, but it's not. It's just this beautiful, lovely, heartfelt thing. And I feel it opening up and connecting more with you now. And then in the sacral and down to the root, I feel swirling will happen a lot, pulsating of a heartbeat in those areas. I'm much more upper chakra. So the lower chakras, I feel those in a different way. Lots of swirling. Also, my eyes move a lot now that the pineal gland and brain and all of that is super stimulated. Most people can't see my eyes moving. You have to get up really close to put your hands on my eyes, but I get a lot of eye movement depending on what energy we're receiving or what's being channeled. And the reason for that is that when the brain and the third eye and all of that is really stimulated, it then starts to activate other parts of the body, which pulls in the chakra energy, which is the energy outside of our spectrum, the aura. And so the nerve that controls eye movement is located in the back of the eyeball. And the nerves are thin lines, and it connects to the midbrain and the brain where the pineal gland is located. So since there is so much brain activity and so much pineal gland activation now that my eyes move a lot. They'll move in circular patterns. They'll just feel like a circular motion, and that means connecting or sourcing to energy. They move in figure eights most of the time when I'm sending or receiving energy through thought or etheric activations and things like that. And so, well, it appears I'm ready to begin. So, to activate the body in such a way, we do it through our consciousness. Literally, the happier we are, the more stimulated the brain is, and it sends a signal of a heightened frequency to the remainder of the vessel. And so a lot of people say, how do I activate my third eye? How do I do this? Well, there's a lot of different really awesome physical techniques that we can do, but really being happy is how it started for me. I did not do all of this to myself in a purposeful, mindful way. I got activated doing from all of the work and the divine, alignment that was supposed to happen. And so I've just been learning over the last several years with all of this stuff. And so it feels good to talk about it more and more. So today I share with you a Pisces full moon activation. I'm not setting any intent. I will just feel my way through it as source channels through, and then we can talk about it at the end. Okay. If you are open to receive this activation, just by watching it, you'll feel it. But also, in order to truly receive energy in the most authentic way of sharing it vibrationally, both parties need to be mentally open to receive. So when doing energy work with someone, it's important that that other person is mindful and aware of the energy that's coming to them, or then we get caught up in this karmic entanglement that just becomes our own. So if you want to receive this activation, all you have to do is in your own psyche say that you are open to receive, and that's it. Okay. Throat chakra. So as I'm moving through the channeling, when I am at the different chakra points in the body, you can move your mind, your intent to those areas to activate and open them and align them if you want. Also, as I am channeling, I generally don't speak because I'm paying attention and listening. So any mantras or any physical healing that you want for yourself, or any manifestations that you're pulling in, you can say those mind mantras for yourself internally while receiving the activation through me. So then it's me, you, and source. It's a trifecta of energy. And that's the way I've been seeing in my mind this whole time that it really works. So now we're opening a huge portal over the crown chakra. Tapping. Tapping is an ancient technique to activate the third eye and the crown chakra. Tapping on the third eye. Heart chakra. Solar plexus. Solar plexus. Sacral. So the sacral is a chakra that is one that I am continuing to work within myself. So I'm going to send an intent to really activate the sacral chakra. And the root chakra is the main one that I have been working with lately. I'm so upper chakra. Root chakra activation, grounding the energy in abundance and business and all of the things associated with home and health. Full Kundalini. down now. So yeah, while we're channeling this, let's set an intent for the throat chakra. The throat chakra is one that oh, I feel you. So the throat chakra is one that can be a tough one when we are learning, or I'm sorry, the throat chakra is one that can use a lot of activation because it's how we're learning to speak our truths, how we're learning to share who we really are and learn to speak what we want in this life, because really there's nothing more important than that. So in this moment of the throat chakra activation, let's send the intent to ask Source to come in to accelerate the activations of the throat chakra. Allow us to speak in mindful truths that feels good to the self and to others. Spiraling up the threads in the crown chakra. Okay, so that means we are finished here. Closing the vortex, the portal of energy. Thank you for allowing me or being open to be here as I share these with you. I don't have a lot of word channels that come in, only during specific ceremony or specific, like on Easter Sunday was the clearest that the word channel came through. Mine is more through energy, through movements. Like if you've seen the movie Doctor Strange, you know what I'm talking about. It's like that. Or the show The OA. It's like that. It's pretty awesome. Thank you for participating and being here with me, sharing these activations. This is energy work, as if you were to go somewhere and get Reiki. It's like that, just in a different spectrum. And so anytime there's energy work, I always like to share that on a molecular level, we receive the energy work, but also on an astral level and also on a psyche level. When we receive any sort of energy attunement at all, it's going to do the same thing to our psyche. So anytime there is throat chakra, crown, any energy work, wherever the energy work is centered upon, that is where the activations will come through the most. So if you were open to receive this activation today, I'm getting strong energy coming in. Anytime that there's an activation coming in, a way that we purge energy is through crying a lot of the time. So sometimes I'll cry and there's no words, just like I just started crying now. I just feel this energy come in and it just comes out. And we can do that through laughing as well, but it tends to be more through crying, I've noticed. And so, not that it's a sad thing, sometimes it just comes through. But as I was saying, that when we do energy work, like today, it was full Kundalini activation. I didn't set any intent until I got in it and started feeling it. And I felt to do the sacral, the root, and the throat chakra. And so that also means that we are pulled to look inside of the things that need to be purged from those areas. The things that are holding us back, that blocks those areas. And so it's important to remember that, because we get busy in our daily lives and a couple of days will go by and then we're like, what is going on? Why is all this coming up? Well, yes, energy, the ascension energy that we get from the sun and the moon does that too. But when we do energy work, it's different. It's the same, but with different intent. It's more mindful. And so, throat chakra, yeah. Being mindful of the way it feels when those things come through. And so, I always, I like to say that it takes like 3 days of integration, 3 days to integrate the new energy. And then in the second half of the week, you may start, and myself, because the energy that I give you, I receive back. So the activation is mine as well. I am the witness to the channel that I share with you. Therefore, me, Lori the human, receives it also. And so it's important to remember that, like, later in the week, things you may notice, like, oh, something seems like my thoughts are clearer, or I'm speaking more clearly, or my speech is heightened, or I'm really communicating well. And, you know, those sorts of things with your mindful intent behind your own channel of the things you have going on within yourself. That's the beauty of sharing healing. That's the beauty of sharing activation, is that we all have our own things going on. And so, but we can share energy nonetheless. I love you to the moon, family. Thank you for sharing and caring and sharing your love with me every day. I appreciate you all so much.